Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to part 2 of my classics bookcase massive book rearranging session. So yeah, I showed you the first 2 shelves of what I've done so far of my classics bookcase, so let me show you a couple more. So moving on to the third shelf down then, I've got another Jane Austen Persuasion and Northanger Abbey, which I really enjoyed also. I enjoyed all of the Austens that I've read. I would like to have all matching editions. That would be the dream, but yes, it's just a case of keeping an eye out for things. And then another Wilkie Collins, Basil. And then Uncle Silas by Sheridan Le Fanu. Matthew Lewis's The Monk. Anne Radcliffe, The Mysteries of Udolpho. And another Austen, Emma, which is probably my favourite Jane Austen novel. Madame Bovary by Flaubert. This was one that's very special to me. Actually, my mum bought me this, I think I was about 16, 17. And yeah, I loved it. Well, that reminds me, actually, there are some books missing. I need to go on a hunt. Homer, The Iliad. Emily Bronte's Wuthering Heights. Yes, another edition. Catherine Mansfield's Selected Stories. She was a contemporary of Virginia Woolf, and although I don't particularly care for Virginia Woolf, I do really like Catherine Mansfield. Robert Louis Stevenson's South Sea Tales, another one that I would recommend. Charles Dickens' Best Ghost Stories. The Count of Monte Cristo. And then I have Sir Thomas Malory's La Morte d'Arthur. Sorry about my atrocious pronunciation of that. Volume 1. And then I have Volume 2 as well, but this got damaged in that same house move as the damaged book in part 1 of my videos. Excuse me. Complete Works of Oscar Wilde. And then I have Merry Christmas and Other Christmas Stories, Louisa May Alcott. I just thought it was really pretty. And then onto some children's classics. So I have The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, Charlotte Sometimes, Little Women, which I've read numerous times. Not this edition, but others. Anne of Avonlea, Emily's Quest, Goodnight, Mr. Tom, and Anne of Green Gables, and A Little Princess by Frances Hodgson Burnett, which is a lovely story. Peter Pan. I think that's it for my children's ones. And then below that I have my vintage red spines, which I always pick up whenever I see them. I just love the way they look. So yeah. The Enchanted April. How pretty is that cover? Oh, my cat is destroying something. The Rings of Saturn. The Emigrants. Both of those are by W.G. Sebald. All Quiet on the Western Front. The L-Shaped Room. And Two is Lonely by Lynn Reed Banks. I haven't read those. Yeah, I don't know really what they're about. If anybody's read them, let me know, because I'm not sure if they're ones that I will enjoy or not. Neville Shoots on the Beach. If on a Winter's Night, A Traveller by Calvino. Iris Murdoch, The Sea, the Sea. Don't see a lot of Iris Murdoch around BookTube, which is a pity really, because I really enjoy her work. She's very wordy. She liked language a lot, you can tell. Dracula, And then after reading Cold Comfort Farm, I went on a bit of a Stella Gibbons rampage, and I bought Westwood, Here Be Dragons, and Christmas at Cold Comfort Farm. And then we've got Of Human Bondage, War and Peace, Revolutionary Road, more Dickens, Little Dorrit, and Great Expectations. And then at the end here, I've just put my British Library crime classics. So I've got The 1230 from Croydon, The Sussex Downs Murder by John Bood. So I should be saying then who's writing all these as well. Freeman, gosh, I can't read. Freeman, Wills, Crofts for 1230 from Croydon. Death on the Cherwell by Mavis Dorial Hay. Scarweather by Anthony Rolls. The Female Detective by Andrew Forrester. I read that one last year. It was okay. It's kind of average. Mystery in White, A Christmas Crime Story by J. Jefferson Fargion. The Santa Claus Murder by Mavis Dorial Hay. How pretty is that cover as well? That's so nice. And The Cornish Coast Murder by John Bood. I should really put them in proper order, but yeah. It's all a work in progress. And then I might as well show you the last shelf. This is more like modern classics again. So I've got some Daphne du Maurier down there. I've kind of bent around my bike at the moment, so I can't pull things out. We've got The Loving Spirit, The House on the Strand, Jamaica Inn, which is just fantastic. And then Vanishing Cornwall. What's this? The Blue Lenses and Other Stories. And then I've popped just a couple of plays here as well. So I've got Willie Russell's Blood Brothers and She Stoops to Conquer by Oliver Goldsmith. And then I have Steinbeck's Of Mice and Men. And then we have E.M. Delafield, The Diary of a Provincial Lady, which sounded really interesting. And then another one of my absolute favourites is A Clockwork Orange by Anthony Burgess. Evelyn Waugh's Brideshead Revisited, also a fantastic book. Shirley Jackson, We Have Always Lived in the Castle. And then D.H. Lawrence, another one that was a gift from my mum, Lady Chatterley's Lover. And The Mortal Coil. And then this one I found in a little free library. John Galsworthy, The Forsyte Saga Volume 1. So I'm on the hunt now for Volume 2. And Joseph Conrad's Heart of Darkness. And then I have a Barbara Pym here, Some Tame Gazelle. I think I do have some more Pym around, so I need to try and hunt that out. And then I've got some non-fiction. This is my whole non-fiction section. I don't think I've got much more. And feel free to laugh when you look at them. I did. Yeah, clearly I'm much more interested in fantasy worlds rather than the real world. But yeah. So this was quite an interesting read. Reaching Down the Rabbit Hole. Extraordinary Journeys into the Human Brain by Alan Roper and B.D. Burrell. How Not to Die. The Secret Library by Oliver Turl. So this was, well, books about books. Who doesn't love that? A book lover's journey through curiosities of history. And then I've got Richard Bentel's Madness Explained. Confessions of a Kamikaze Cowboy by the wonderful Dirk Benedict. From Democrats to Kings by Michael Scott. I really enjoy his work, like his documentaries and his books as well. I think he's got another one coming out this year. And then Fawkes on Fiction, Sebastian Fawkes. And that is Great British Characters, and The Secret Life of the Novel. And then I have Roman Nottinghamshire. So I live in Nottinghamshire. I'm from Nottinghamshire. And Viking Nottinghamshire. I'm Haunted, living life through the dead. Zach Bagans. I haven't got around to reading that yet. I went through a phase of really loving Ghost Adventures, like watching it a ridiculous amount. But I've kind of gone off it a bit now. Yours Cruelly, Elvira by Cassandra Peterson. Narrow Dog to Carcassonne by Terry Darlington. And The Secret Voyage of Sir Francis Drake by Samuel Rawley, is that? No, Balfe. And then Exploring Nottinghamshire Writers there. So yeah, that is, but that's my classics and a little bit of non-fiction all done there. The shelves are 3, 4 and 5. So yeah, a work in progress. We're getting there. A sneak peek of the mess on the next shelf. But yeah, never mind. We'll just look at this one. This one looks pretty at the moment. So yeah, that is it for another one. Thank you very much for watching my nonsense. And you know, just the fact that I can show it to you means that I haven't wasted so many hours trying to get all of this organised. Yeah, it's been worthwhile. So yeah, that is it for my classics. I suspect I'll probably come across 1 or 2 more. There's definitely a few on my bedside table at the moment, which will be added in. So what is there? So up for the related non-fic, I've got Jane Austen's Letters on my bedside table, which I read a few of like every so often. And late Victorian Gothic fiction. Is there anything else? Prisoner of Zenda as well is up there. So yeah, that is it for now. I'm going to carry on plugging away at the fantasy section. I'm starting to pull things off the shelves now so I can redo. Anyway, that's it. Hope you're all well, and I'll catch you later. Bye!